I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. It's under the light.
And we're back.
We're getting really better at that, by the way.
Absolutely, with
Like
some
we're-
Justin
almost like
Timberlake
we're-
bringing us in.
Almost like a team here.
That is true.
So we have another great guest.
We have another incredible guest.
Our guest.
A guest. We have a guest and a
Don't
guest.
try this home, folks.
Yes.
We are professionals.
Yes.
Eva Scanlon, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You bet. And she brought her beautiful daughters with her.
She brought her daughters,
Kate and
exactly.
Merritt.
That is correct. And Kate, you're going to be you want to get into journalism, don't you? Yes, that is
This
true.
is part of it.
She's over here. Here, you can come over here and speak in the mic. Come on over here.
Come on,
By the way,
Kate,
we
say
tell
hi.
everybody that if you're shy of the mic and you don't want to speak on it, we're going to make you speak on it anyway. So tell us who you are, by the way.
I'm Kate Scanlon. I'm Eva Scanlon's daughter.
And how is it being in the life of real estate, being the daughter of an incredible real estate person?
Well, I know a lot about real estate now.
And she's smart because she wants to get into a different profession.
Journalism.
Gosh, I haven't been a very good role model, have I? Sorry, Kate.
Well, it's a lifetime. But, let's get into real estate because it'll be easy. I'm only working half days, 7 to 7, right?
Right, exactly.
So anyway, well, talk a little about how you got into real estate. What motivated you to do so? And
Well, I have kind of an interesting and unique story about how I got into real estate.
I like those stories better.
Yes. Well, we were living in St. Louis, and I looked up a realtor online because we were moving to Houston, and my husband was getting transferred. So I found a good realtor. We came down here, and he was showing us houses in and around the Spring area. And he kept asking me, so you're a stay-at-home mom. What are you going to do when your youngest daughter, Kate, goes to school? And I said, well, I've always been in sales, so I'm sure I'll get back into sales in some form or fashion. And he kept asking me and, asking me what my interests were and this and that. And finally, he came out one day and said, Eva, I'm busy. I need an assistant. Get your license. So I did, and I came to work for him. He was a top producing agent with RE/MAX Northwest, Bob Burton. And joining him was like an apprenticeship. It was really great
Great
because
way to break in.
you only learn so much from the textbooks. And this was really like, on-the-job training, which was excellent. And I was fortunate to make a good living off of his overflow business. And then over time, we became partners, and then he retired and I acquired his business. So I was very fortunate in that I never had to call FSBOs or expired listings or do any kind of cold calling. So that was
We call
great.
them warm calls.
Warm calls, right,
They're
right.
warm calls. But now, how long ago was that when you got in the business?
About 11 years ago.
About 11 years ago. And you were with which company now?
I've always been with RE/MAX. I'm
Okay.
with RE/MAX, the Woodlands and Spring.
Awesome.
And my primary market area, because Houston is so huge, you can't really, market the whole city.
And you shouldn't.
Right. My primary market area is the east side of Spring. So it's a small pocket just south and east of the Woodlands. And one area in particular is Bender's Landing, which is a unique custom home acreage community. And we lived there for a number of years, and that's my primary market area.
A lot of people have that opinion about Woodlands. If it's east of 45,
Right.
It's not Woodlands.
Right.
Because-
Right,
And like
right.
our boy here, Tim, lives in the Woodlands. He says, and there's the Woodlands, and what else?
And everybody else is camping out.
If you're not living in the woodlands, you're just camping out.
There you go.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, though, camping out in Bender's Landing is really nice. What was funny is, so there, Bender's Landing, I never forget, it was, 10 years ago. Bender's Landing, obviously you had the woodlands going on. You had to actually, you exit Rayford Sawdust and you go off to the right there, and it takes you forever, it seemed like, to get there. And now you've seen all that development come in. You've seen Bender's Landing just absolutely explode over the past 5 years. A lot of good development. It's the acre lots, the half acre lots. It's really neat, and the fact that they can come in and build custom homes. It's one of those communities that not every home looks the same. I mean, you can drive down the entire street and not a single home looks the same right there. Whereas a lot of communities, you'll drive down the street and it's like, okay, that one right there is the Model X, and then that one right there is the Model X, and that one right there is the Model X.
Cookie
Yeah,
cutter stuff.
exactly.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Oh, I know nothing wrong with it,
Yeah.
but it's just such a beautiful community to drive through.
And so, what's the price point in Bender's?
Probably 400,000 to well over $1 million.
Okay. Well, and we came through. You came through a really brisk market. You're talking about 2010, 11, and 12, and you're getting multiple offers. What's it look like now out there?
Well, the market is still pretty strong, and that's been helped along by the completion of the Grand Parkway. So the area is even more easily accessible, and a lot of supporting industries and companies are coming along to provide more amenities, more restaurants, healthcare. So residents who live in that area don't necessarily have to go to the Woodlands or other areas of Spring. They can stay right in their community and have the amenities that they want.
But someone actually told me something interesting the other day because I teach CE up there for Keller Williams
Right.
all the time, and I'm going up there on the 2nd of June, and I'm thinking, there's a lot of traffic going into the Woodlands, and then someone said, you know what, there's more people coming into the Woodlands in the morning than are leaving now, which just totally surprised me.
Well, I mean, if you look at all the businesses up there, obviously Anadarko, we all know about that, but there's a lot of other offices up there. You've got Chevron has their chemical group up there, and you just have a whole bunch of different offsets, and Terra, and a whole bunch of buildings that are going on. I mean, if you actually drive in and all up and down 45 in that little corridor right there, a lot of new businesses are in there.
Can
and
we
obviously you've
also
got ExxonMobil.
make I think Simple Elegance is up in that area as well. North Houston Blinds.
I know.
that's one of the biggest.
Anadarko.
Absolutely.
I know Mayor Scanlon. I know
Let's
her.
talk about
I think we know somebody there.
Simple Elegance now.
I even know her husband.
Simple Elegance is in that area, and I love staging for Eva. So,
Yes, it's interesting how we met too, because I met you through Renee Buckhoff, who's the next gal
next
to be.
guest up.
Yes, and I was looking for some staging assistance because I was acquiring a listing that had been through 3 realtors, and it was a new construction home that had been a rental as well. And
did the guy that was renting it, didn't he lose his job and then also kind of want to live rent free?
Yes.
Don't we all like to live rent free?
Exactly. So the place was a bit trashed, and after the 2 builders got it back up to being market ready, I felt like we really needed to stage it like a model home in order to sell it. So I called Renee, and she gave me Mary's name, and we met out at the house, and Mary met with me and the 2 builders and gave us a proposal. Well, the builders were really resistant to spending that money up front in order to.
You haven't figured that
Well,
out.
that's a whole other topic. But anyway, so I felt so strongly about staging that house that I offered to pay half of the staging cost. And after I did that, they said, well, okay, we'll give it a try. Well, Mary came in and staged it, the whole lower level, and then we accessorized the upper floor and put the house on the market, took excellent photography, which is also very key. And that house got a contract in 2 weeks. And the sellers got more than they wanted.
It? How much was that? It was
between
$600,000 and $800,000.
Yes.
And that's really quickly for that kind of house that had been
Absolutely.
sitting there for a long time.
It goes back to price it right and make sure that it looks good when they walk in. One chance to get the first impression.
Exactly. And so much of house buying and selling is done online right now. It's really key to make that great first impression and to make the buyers want to come and see more of the house.
Yeah, as we've evolved with HAR, so at one time we only put up 6 photos. Then somebody went online and realized that you can get a kitty condo on eBay, which is a little device for your cat. They were having like 18 to 36 pictures for that. And we had people putting on $1 million houses and putting one photo. And so that's when we started changing because people want to see, they're very visual. They want to see photographs. They want it to look nice when they see it. That's why staging.
That Polaroid film was pretty expensive.
I call it actually internet dating. That they internet date
Yeah, that's
on
kind
on the computer.
Interesting way to look at it, yes.
And our job is to get them to engage and go to the to house so that we can then get a contract on that house.
So all we have to have HAR do is either swipe right or swipe left, yeah? Like the home, don't like the home.
Well, it's an ever evolving deal, and it is kind of like dating, except you don't talk about long walks on the beach, margaritas and Harley Davidson. We don't talk about that.
That is true.
When we engage in that, but
we kind of do when we set up a house. We set it for the lifestyle. And that it's showing where you're going to have a glass of wine when you get home from work. And, that if you buy this house, your laundry room will always be perfectly clean and with fresh, white, fluffy towels. And when you come into your family room, there's going to be nice, beautiful pillows and the TV's going to be on at the right football game, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we show the lifestyle when we're staging that house.
It's interesting you use that term because we use that term a lot of times. People don't buy houses; they buy lifestyles.
So, Mary, does that help you when you have, like Eva, who's an expert in an area, Bender's Landing? Then do you then get to be an expert and learn how to stage homes in that area specifically and get to know what the buyers there are looking for?
Absolutely, because each house is different, and so you have to stage to that lifestyle. And it's really, really important to work and partner with great realtors that we can kind of be back and forth on each other, and we can also play good guy, bad guy. I'm generally the bad guy. They're always the good guy.
It's better let her be the
I
bad
think it's
guy.
more like good girl, good girl, good girl.
Exactly.
Well, you don't want to be the one to tell them to take down their family photographs and stuff
Right.
like that, because then you're mean. I'm the magnet Nazi.
Okay, Eva
Get all that
brought
stuff
me
out that
in
refrigerator.
for that kind of. Eva brought me in for that house, that actual house. She had another realtor another seller that was a friend of hers. The house was perfect, and she's like, Mary, you need to do this consultation. But there was the Hall of Fame going up the stairs, and I looked around. I'm like, oh, that's why I'm here, because I had to
Exactly.
deal with
You'd
the
be
Hall
the
of
bad
Fame.
one. Well, they end up looking at the stuff instead of the house.
Right.
That's the whole
Right.
idea.
They get distracted.
Very distracting, because I've watched clients when they're and see all those pictures. Oh, look at that. And
Well, no one can see their family there if they see
it's
somebody else's family there.
That's perfectly said.
That's
Yep.
true.
Every once in a while you get it right, Chris.
Every once in a while, right? Hey, I have a good
I
one.
guess that's
I'm
sleepy-
done. I'm out of here.
That sleeping in really helped you.
Hey, it did actually. I went to
Yeah.
bed at 8:30 last night. That's sort of a weird one.
Yeah, wow.
Of course, I've been
What's that
waking up
about?
every morning at 4, so
Well,
you know how it goes sometimes.
made life change.
Absolutely. Hey, we are coming up against a break, but before
Again?
we do so, I can reach you if you don't mind.
Well, my cell phone is the best way to reach me. That number is 713-204-7027. You can also email me at escanlon@remax.net.
And say that phone number one more time for all those who are driving, trying to write it down really fast right now.
713-204-7027.
And don't text and drive.
Do not text and drive. I am adamantly against that, by the way. But you can Facebook all you want. Anyways, we are taking a break. For all those listening, stay tuned. We'll be right back.